there's something amazing coming your way. My name is Afia Schwarzeneger.
And I am Afia Schwarzeneger. You know how we do it, always making sure that your Sunday evenings are so lit. Yeah, we know what you are expecting tonight, and you know, we never disappoint. And so anything and everything you want to know, we'll just do you so proud. We're going to be taking everything one after the other. And so I want to believe that, you know, your glass of juice is just next to you, because you are going to be needing that just so you don't choke. But for now, you know, we are on, and so just get ready and let's get on with it.
All right, guys, the WhatsApp number is 0550-585832, and the hashtag is
Upside Down.
All right, guys, we'll be right back.
Coming up on the Upside Down show today, from a truck pusher to a security guard at a bank, he later moved on to rewrite his WASI, go to university, and then earn a master's degree. He spends his time now helping the needy with his NGO. Wisdom Dadoy is sharing his inspiring story on the show. And later, we have a conversation with outspoken and controversial media personality, Afia Schwarzeneger, who shares a different side of her. All of this coming up on the Upside Down show.
Yes, I'm glad you guys were able to catch a glass of juice and relax as we take you on this upside down journey facing the evening. We have a very compelling story of a young man who I don't want to talk about. Let's not talk about his story. I think he should say it himself. But I mean, from humble beginnings into something else.
You know, we need to identify such people, you know, and really sometimes even encourage them to do more and also share their stories so that other people who probably find themselves in such situations also have something to look up to, because sometimes you realize that you are just left on your own and the whole world feels so big, you know, and you just don't know how to approach things, and I mean even where to start from. But sometimes when people share their stories, you realize that everything and anything is possible. You know, sometimes not until you hear people tell their stories you think certain things are simply impossibilities. But we have people who have been through it all and have come out tall and are still doing amazing. And this is what Upside Down show is all about. You know, identify such people, share their stories, and tell them that, yo, you've done amazing, and we are also learning so much from you, and we hope that you continue to be inspiration to other people. And that is what we are doing today, you know. So we have one of such people. You will be amazed where he started from, what he's been through, and where he is now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Upside Down show, and our guest now is
Wisdom.
Hi, Wisdom.
You're welcome.
Hi. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
You're welcome.
I'm privileged.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. We're also grateful to have you here. Now, you have an interesting story, and I mean, from the little that I've heard about you, I just don't know the kind of hope, the faith, you know, and the zeal that you had in realizing that certain things can be possible, and you did not give up, and you decided to fight through. Who are you?
I'm Wisdom Dadoy, a young guy who believed that no matter how tough it is, it's possible. I'm the young guy that God picked to a level that I shouldn't forget where I'm coming from. I should come by peace society, and that is what I am called to do, and I'm doing it with all the passion.
So tell us where you started from.
In the year 2003, that I came to Accra.
From where?
From the north.
I think we're establishing a bit of social distancing, so you can let go of your mask so you can freely talk. Yes.
Thank you. So 2003, that I came from the north. I'm the only child of my mother, and my mother happened to fall sick at tender age. My father is alive at the north. Now he's grown. So my mother, at that age, things were not easy for her. So her family have to come for her for medical attention. So I've given to my grandmother, and she's also old. So she gave me out Northerners to look after me. So at the north there, I helped them in weeding their farms, doing some other labor work that can support me. But the people my grandmother gave me to, I've been with them for a number of years. No family is showing up. Nobody come to show, oh, this is my son with you. Then one day they say, no, something happened to me today. Who would they call on? So they say I should move from the house. Then I moved.
But where are you originally from?
From Volta region.
Okay. So your family, your grandmother was in
Volta region.
And she took you
and gave you to people
at the
in
north,
northern
yes.
region. Okay.
So I've lived with them for a number of years.
How old were you?
I was 6 to 7 years by then. Yeah, so I lived with them for a number of years. Then when they moved me, I moved to another person again. We'll call it by day at the north there, between development. So I come to your house. Okay, I'm looking for labor work to do. You give me a portion of land and things that you want me to work for you. So I have to stay with you to do the work.
Okay.
So if you give me accommodation, I'll be staying with you. You give me food for the period of the time that I'm done with the work.
Okay.
But if I'm done, I don't go. I will stay with you.
Okay.
Some of them will not drive me early. So I will stay with you for a long time. Some of them I stay with you 1 or 2 years before I move to the next person again. So I'm moving at that time. That time I brought myself into education.
So, but how long were you doing that for? This by day?
This by day. I was doing it for so long before I moved to stay with somebody. And that person took me as a son.
Okay.
He didn't drive me early. I've stayed with him for so long before he fell sick. Then I have a few friends who mates to this cargo truck that moved from the north to Accra. So I told the guy that, oh, this is my situation. I want to come and look for greener pastures in Accra.
How old were you at this time?
So I came to Accra when I was in 15 years.
Okay.
That was the time I came to Accra.
Okay. Do you remember the year?
2003.
Okay.
Then I came to Accra. So I just bought, he put me at the back. It took us 3 days to get to Accra. In landing in Accra, to life was not easy. There's no other place than to live in Agboshi.
Okay.
Agboshi was where
the car came to?
Yes, and Agboshi cars from the north with the cargo, with this yam.
Yeah,
the
yam
only
market.
place they live is Agboshi. That sort of load.
So you had no plan when you were coming to Accra? You were just coming to Accra for greener pastures? No plan at all?
Nothing. So I'm not the only one. Many
So you
people
came
are there.
with a group of people?
So I came with a guy and another guy too. The mates and a friend of mine also had enough there. So 2 of us that came. When we came, there was no place to sleep. There was nothing. The only place we can survive is when people close their shop. You know, they leave. We put a curtain there and we sleep. The next day morning, around 3 to 4, we wake up and go to the market. So we offload yams from the cars. So what I do is, sometimes you see this truck who move yam from Agboshi to Odoko and other places. Yeah. That's what we do. It's better I die in Accra than to go back. In Accra, no family, nobody know where I am. Nobody will know that this guy is in Accra hustling.
So how long did you have to do this, sleeping on the streets? How long?
Within a year, there was a time that the job was not all that good. So I moved to be selling yogurt on the street.
Okay.
But how did you gather money to start?
Okay,
selling
when you go to Agboshi, the yogurt, we don't need to get money. You just go to the owner of the place.
Okay.
Then they register your name. You give you the container. You go and sell. You come and pay up the capital.
Okay.
Then you take a profit out of it.
Okay.
So that's what I was doing for almost a year. They're doing rainy season. People were not buying yogurt. I know you don't buy yogurt during rainy season.
No,
so
it's
I
too
don't
cold for that.
Yes. So I'm not also making sales during that time. Then a friend of mine I saw gave me opportunity to go into a security job.
Okay.
That time before security was what is raining. So I went there the first time and they have a mark there. So you just stand by the gate. If you didn't get to the marker, you didn't qualify for my height.
Okay.
So I've been there 3 times. I couldn't qualify. The 3rd time I was going, a few friends I have also gave me his shoe. You know.
So did you cheat the system?
You just
that was the only way to survive.
You needed a bit of height.
A bit of height. That's the only way to survive. So I just wear his shoe and increase my height small. When I got there, I was able to reach the height and I was qualified.
Okay.
So I was working with them there.
So where were you sleeping? Still on
so
the
we go back to the street. So sometimes one thing is when they close, I don't go home.
Okay.
I sleep with there's a security man who watches the places. So the place there. So I just get a place to sleep. Once I'll be with him, when he sleep, I'll just patch with him. The next day, then I'll just be in my uniform and start work.
Wow.
So there I was moved. There was a day that they needed a security guard at a bank, and there was nobody available, and I was the only one there. Then they happened to take me to the place. When we got there, they said I'm very young and I'm very small too. I'll be sleeping, so they put me at the car park. You know, at the car park, you will not get a chance to sleep.
Yeah.
So you'll be standing, directing cars, and so I was there for a number of time before one day I was told that they want a security guard for the MD's reception.
Okay.
So, and there was nobody to choose on than me, so they called on me to come and be at MD's reception. And you know, that's a big promotion for me. MD's place, whenever MD's come in, I open this door, you come, people that come, before you see the MD, you have to pass through me.
Yeah, and you're sitting in the AC.
Yes, so, yes, and I see the AC too.
Yeah.
And everybody passing, before you see the MD around, you know, all the CEO, people that come to see him, they have to pass through me.
So at all that point, family hadn't reached out to you, trying to find you?
At that point, I had an uncle who was, I know of an uncle who I reached out to, and he, though life was not also good for him,
he was checking
he was also checking on me. He also have a wife around Agbushi who sells both foods. So I go there once in a while
to eat both foods.
Because sometimes if I can't do it, if I have no option, I have to go there.
It's necessary.
Yeah. So even in security place, few friends I have on the street who couldn't make up to that place. Sometimes I have a woman that a cleaner. You know, whenever people eat their food, the leftover, what they say they give to dog food.
Yeah.
You know, she'll just pass on small for us. You know, then I'll take it to Agbushi. A few friends that couldn't make it for the day, they could have no food to eat. Then we eat together.
So now you are in the MD's office.
Yes, I've been in MD's office for a number of time before, number of months. One day I was on post when the MD was passing, and he said, "Gentlemen, how small you are, what are you doing so be in school?" But I couldn't explain myself much, so the MD went. Within a week, I was called by the HR that they want to see me. So they asked me about my story, my qualification and things. So I told them I didn't get my SSC, I couldn't pass it. But if given the opportunity, I could write it again.
So which bank is this?
Fidelity Bank.
Okay.
Mr. Edward Afar is the one who gave me the opportunity.
Okay.
So the bank took me as a messenger.
Okay.
2008, I was a messenger for the bank.
Okay.
They sent me to their errands to buy them things. And so there I registered and wrote my SSC again.
Okay.
And this time around, I was able to pass.
Wow.
In 2010, I went to university.
Okay. Where?
Method University.
Okay. So did the bank pay for your education, or it was?
No, it was myself. The bank employment. That time I was taking around 200 Ghana cedis. You know, when I was a security, I was taking less than 100 Ghana cedis, and now getting 200 Ghana cedis was a big jump.
Of course.
So I was able to save to register for my SSC, pass it. Then I moved to university. University, what I did is I applied as a mature student. Then I moved to level 200 straight.
Okay.
I completed 2013. I completed my first degree.
What did you graduate in?
Yes, I did marketing.
Marketing. Okay.
In the university. So there, the bank promoted me to a different grade.
So from messenger
to now I'm now a mainstream staff.
Wow. So what were you doing?
So I was at a branch level, helping the branch with other activities, customer services, tailoring and things. I was helping the branch with that. So there, that I need to remember where I'm coming from. You know, God did not just pick me for a reason.
Yeah.
We were many on the streets, and God picked me alone. To that point, I have to remember where I'm coming from. There was a time on the street that sometimes, whenever I want to talk about this, it hurt me a lot. There was a time on the street where a Kayo offered a place for me to sleep in the night. Some young guys came to, mature guys came to rape this girl in front of me.
Wow.
It has not been easy. One was diagnosed HIV/AIDS.
Is it true that you came up with this foundation, Give Me Hope Foundation?
Yeah, so go to communities and look for children that are orphaned, that didn't get the chance to be in orphanage homes.
Yeah.
I don't do orphanage homes.
Okay.
I believe in people there are a lot of people in communities that are orphans, but they didn't get a chance to be in orphanage homes. There are people in prison, their children are going to West on the streets.
Yeah.
These are people that are going for. And put them back to school.
Okay.
Give them scholarship. And believing that one day they can also make it in life. And there are some young ones that are in prison. some of them came to the street, like I also came to the street, but they find themselves in prison because they have nobody to speak for them. So my foundation, what we do is, if you are at the age of, below the age of 25 years and you are in prison, if it's about fine, sometimes 2,000 Ghana, the person is busy for 3 or 4 years, we'll pay this money for the person to come out.
How are you funding all these?
So everything that we do is about personal support. People who I tell a lot of storytelling. I'm very fluent in the social media. First, I link in, I do a lot of storytelling. And my members, I have a lot of volunteers. I have almost 230 volunteers.
Wow.
And about 100 members. So members will pay 10 series every month. So if everybody brings 10 series every month, we can take a child to school. So for now, we have 600 children on a scholarship.
Wow.
As of December 2019, 80 people were out of prison through us. 80. So we got some few lawyers who also saw our work on social media. They call and said, don't do pro bono. So there was some lady that was taken to prison. She was pregnant. So to the lawyers who fought.
In all this, you know, what kept you going? Why didn't you give up at some time?
So one thing that I always think about is, if I didn't give up at enough, it's not a time to give up. If I didn't give up when I was pushing track at Buloshi, it's not enough. It's not a time to give up. And if I give up right now, what is the next option?
You are a family man.
Yes.
So at what point did you meet your wife?
Oh, 2015. I got married. I got married.
How did you meet her?
Okay, so my wife, I met her at Kaneshi Market. So by then I have a branch manager who sends me to go and buy her food stuff, materials from Kaneshi Market, and she's the one I buy it from.
Wisdom.
So when I buy it, sometimes she give me some on credit.
Okay.
So sometimes I went by
She was investing in you.
You know.
So I pay it.
Eventually.
Eventually I pay it. So I get my suit fabric from her from the market, and on. If this will be a good customer service for me, why would I maintain the customer service to a different level? So the good service have turned into 3 children now.
Wow. But what do you think of rural-urban migration? Because we have this issue a lot, you know, especially people moving from the northern part of the country, you know, having all kinds of ideas like you did. You know, coming to the southern part to make what do you think about that? Can we stop this?
Yes, we can stop if we provide equal opportunity for those there. You know, if you don't provide any opportunity for them, and opportunity lies in Accra, they'll keep on coming. You know, I do time with the street. Time with the street, that my foundation does, time with the street. So we interview people that are on the street, our mothers, the carriers on the street, to see what they are going through. And the stories that they tell us, some of them are amazing. We even have, we rent a place for the homeless, that in the evening they can go and sleep. The next day morning they'll go back to their work. We are trying to reduce streetism in Accra, but to do that, I keep telling my colleague NGO that it's not enough to go and feed somebody on the street and believe and think we are reducing streetism. It's not true. Because the person, you feed the person, you are gone, the person is still on the streets. It doesn't end it. But if I can get a place for you to be sleeping, you go and sleep there. I get somebody to come and be teaching you, maybe tailoring, soap making, small. A time to come, you move from there, from the street, and be doing that business, which will change your life. So we'll be doing that, and it's never be easy, but it's a good course.
All right.
I didn't just finish the degree. I did a lot of courses. I've done my master's. I finished my master's 2019.
Okay, congratulations. In what?
In marketing.
Okay, all right.
You know, because of the NGO work, you need to sell what you have. That's what I sell more. So I did my MBA in marketing. I did a lot of courses. And the bank has supported me a lot. The bank has partnered with me in taking 200 children back to school.
Wow.
That's last year. And a lot of programs I do, you see the bank supporting me. Oh, let's support Wisdom.
I think you are a great ambassador, you know, for the bank.
Yes.
Yes.
There's nothing I can do for the bank than to pay back to society.
Exactly.
And letting them know that they supporting me have changed others' life.
We're going to go for a quick commercial break. Keep sending your messages. We see them scrolling down on our screens and on our tablets. And the hashtag is upside down. And the WhatsApp number is 0550585832. We'll be right back with more.
If you know someone doing something extraordinary in your community, we will love to meet them. share their story with us via email to cityupsidedown@gmail.com.
This is the beating heart of an African, ready for what is next. And this is the sound of a Ghanaian drum, setting the pace. Together, it creates a seamless rhythm of what is and what is to come. A sense of purpose which says that there is more to the Ghanaian than a dream. Ghana always stands ready, and First National Bank is happy to invest, partner, and help Ghana to discover more. This is why we are happy to announce our acquisition and subsequent merger with GHL Bank, Ghana's leading provider of mortgage financing. A merger which delivers an opportunity to discover more growth and prosperity for all Ghanaians. Shh. Listen to the heart beat to the rhythm of the drums. It is time for Ghanaians to discover more together. First National Bank and GHL Bank come together as First National Bank. How can we help you?
Welcome back. Sorry, today, guys, the hashtag is upside down, and the WhatsApp number 0550585832. Very much, Charlie.
Well, so this woman that we are going to be talking to, I mean, she's a whole institution. She has everything and anything, and quite honestly, I think that she is one of the strong women around.
Yes.
I mean, emotion-wise, everything. I mean, this is somebody who lives in her own world, can't really be bothered about people's opinions. She does what she wants to do. Now, interestingly, one thing that I really don't get, and I'm going to be finding out from her, is the fact that she can walk off jobs at any time, and the next minute she's in another.
Yeah, she doesn't need to present a CV to that matter.
Yes. Like she just walks in today, tomorrow she feels like, you guys, I'm off. And then the next minute she's somewhere else,
Yeah.
And she is with everyone. And I mean, she's can speak about,
yes.
Well, let's not bore you, So today we are talking about someone really, really interesting. I'm sure beneath, the vibrance and all that, we would also want to know the true her,
Yes.
that she have a soft side, who she truly is off the cameras. Ladies and gentlemen, This is the Upside Down, and now we are talking to one woman who is a queen of comedy here in Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, Valentina Nadejewa now.
Papa.
Madam.
My family wanted to.
Sir, you any day.
Willing. Me fully. I have full of more than Papa.
Madam, I need you.
Now what for them that? Food one will be that.
But who be brave?
Food will Jupiter. A child can hear. No about earth.
Madam, but was here, but mean to me for phone instead of a scan.
And to be more cotton patch because minister. Message your phone with phone Papa. Phone at the airport.
Phone meet me for close account. Yeah, oh, David, you're changing dear madam. And Yamra. Because when the boss cried, grand boo will be jamming, quite her crabby immediately. It's our friend. I'm a friend boss, but not in the the friend are very different in altogether.
Queen Afia That's the anchor, right? You are welcome to Upside Down.
Thank you very much.
You look
fabulous.
Yeah, you look
amazing. Now I want your shoes. I just don't have this. I want your shoes.
When you are done.
Absolutely, I'll take it.
Are you single or married?
I'm single. I'm not married.
Thank God. We know that.
Why?
I mean, they want to know, so.
Who wants to know?
The whole Ghana.
No, but I'm seeing someone. I'm single, but I'm seeing someone.
That one is not certified. Seeing somebody there. When you go to the restaurant, you are free to take some starters. Sometimes you can order the main course and change it. Seeing someone, you are single. Yes. He's single. Yeah.
He's for everybody.
You are for us. Thank you.
But you have done so well, we know you to be the woman who is always fighting with people, always insulting somebody. Every morning it looks like Afia Schwarzeneger has a problem with somebody in Ghana. And but beyond that, we also admire. Well, personally, I admire you as a mother, because of how you've been able to keep your sons. I have sons, so I know how it feels like, managing boys.
Yeah.
And Pina as well, you've done fantastically well. But beyond what we see, who are you? Where did you grow up? Where did you come from?
Afia Schwarzeneger will be my Sasha Fierce.
Okay.
Can I say that?
You can.
That's demon somewhere that, she comes and does her own stuff and go. The only similarity between me and Afia Schwarzeneger will be probably our sense of humor.
About what to say?
Me pache yo.
Bibi aboko. Pacho mami muni binto wate. Mami 150%.
Pacho me ntingu we mu.
Ah, then. George Bush what for say? Take away box no mu the other. Let me a shipping the container mabre wate. Mr. Yama bo muni ntimi no. Why? Na me dey dear. Baby ede. Mami kosiane nam. Mami kosiabe watchwe why?
Yeah. That's Afia Schwarzeneger. She's a very straightforward person, a very honest person. That's who I'm at. Like I was raised to say what I feel, and that's how I'm raising my daughter. So if you watch her videos, you realize that my daughter is very outspoken. I was raised to say it as this. In fact, they will beat you for telling a lie, but you can get away by being honest.
Yeah.
Women, I'm here. You can get away with it.
Yeah.
But when you lie and then they find out, you will be beaten. So Afia Schwarzeneger basically is a very straightforward person. She's not a coward. And
that's it. Right, so you just mentioned that you were raised to speak up, say it as it is. Tell us, about the raising up, when you were young, where did you go to school, and then what happened, and then you married? Run us through that.
So I come from a very straight Christian home. My dad is an elder.
At where?
For the Baptist church.
Okay. I started from Baptist too.
Baptist Kumasi Baptist. Never find you're my accountant.
I feel serious.
Oh, sometimes my father would tell me, when I went to meeting, they said, I'm like, focus on your Bible, please. Don't read me. Mom can kind me.
Yes.
So, and my mom is very prayerful. My mom is an apostle. So I come from a very straight Christian home. Growing up, believe it or not, I was so creepy.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up everywhere. I grew up everywhere. A little bit in Accra, Kumasi, mostly in Tamale.
Okay.
I schooled in the northern region. I won a many years then.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. I was in the same school with Farouk Ali Muhammad.
Oh, okay.
We actually grew up in the same home. Yeah. We went to SEA Preparatory School, and then we both moved to Kumasi, and then to Accra, then to South Africa, and then back to Ghana.
Tell us about the South Africa experience. Were you married when you were going to South Africa?
No. I went to South Africa because I was a bit problematic. And actually, my dad took me to London. And then when I got to London, I started smoking.
What?
Cigarettes. So my auntie rejected me. And he had me back.
Okay.
And my God bless my father. Because my father realized it was the friends I have around me in Accra. And your baby will be me every year. So I ended up living with my dad's brother, went to school, I went back to do matric, and then eventually ended up in Future Flyers. I did well. Whilst going to school, now I'm a restaurant also.
Okay.
I've said this
in South
before.
Africa, right?
Yeah, Winners African Kitchen. Now me come benku. Me sa machi ko twi benku. Me ton wache. Me ton jollof. Me twi pap. Chef fish.
And how old were you at that age?
Very young. Very young. So me, I'm a very independent woman.
Yeah.
When I became a cabin crew, man took me restaurant in him. I also employed a Ghanaian woman who was managing it whilst I'm doing my aviation job. So when my husband passed away, and I was left with nothing, I fell back on my restaurant for a while.
What happened to your husband?
My husband was shot. I don't want to go into that story.
No, but I know.
My children don't want me discussing how their father died and
how old were they?
They were 5, 10, and 6, so 13 years almost.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, at what point did you tell them this is what had happened to your father?
They lived with their father. They knew when their father died.
Okay.
They knew when their father died.
Were they around when it happened?
They were not in the house.
Okay.
But they were in Johannesburg when it happened. So there was no telling. There was no telling. I mean, they knew it was all over. There was no telling. And I give God the glory. Because most of the time people go like, you've done well, you've done well, you've done well. I don't think I've done anything beyond what the other woman with a wayward son did or anything. But one, you need to train your child in the fear of God. Because that is the conscience. Only the Holy Spirit that can flip it and say, oh, yeah. You wouldn't be with a child all the time. So it's nothing I did right or wrong. And I'll also give credit to my mother, because when we came back, myself, I wasn't in my right frame of mind, but my mom was there. She kept encouraging us, have faith in God. And I hate to say this, Rema, me sitting here today, when I look back at everything that has happened, I thank God for it.
Yeah.
Because I might be dead by now.
Yeah. Beyond comedy, are you a politician?
No. I am too impatient to do politics. I'm saying this because a lot of people go into politics. Sebi, or when you be obedi dada, wabone bra be dada. But because of politics, some twats will use a Chinese phone and call you a thief. And to me, they're politics there. But I am into women empowerment. And so I am throwing my support
behind Prof.
Because Okwa was over. And for once, we've had a serious woman, we've had a serious, reputable woman who wants to steer the affairs. And I feel sad. Wouldn't say my dear so
yeah.
Since about time,
you're
looking for it.
Wow. This is about women. I'm the first woman that campaigned for Honorable Eslomusu. In fact, my first time I went to TV Africa, I went to throw my support for then Member of Parliament Eslomusu Ewo 2012 because I believe so much in pushing women into power.
Right. So when you sit down, when you listen to everything that people say about you and BBI that goes on, do you think that Ghanaians understand you, or we are just confused about the personality of Afia Schwarzeneger and Valentina?
Ghanaians, you see, we adore confident women, strong women, outspoken women, if they come from another country. I am not the Ghanaians don't like me because I am confident and I'm strong. They don't like Nana Banabua because of the same thing. They don't like delay because of the same thing. They don't like Lydia Fossey, go and look for husband, blah blah blah. Because so who is perfect here? Who? They never like. You see, they like Gifty Auntie now because we're free. They never like. Once growing up, the stuff we used to hear about it was unprintable. What I say, but I thank God the only voice I hear is the Holy Spirit and myself. I don't hear them all.
Afia, thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow, really interesting. So, guys, we're going to go for a quick commercial break. When we're back, there's more right here on Upside Down.
Welcome back. This is the Upside Down Show, and our guest in the studio is the queen herself, Afia Schwarzeneger. We're really getting to know her very, very well.
Yeah.
In fact, before we went on break, we're talking about you and politics. Now, you say you are not a politician, but for now, you support the nomination of Professor Jenana Opoku. But are you considering going into politics?
I will accept a political appointment.
But
I know the senior to sell to any first at the synagogue a year more so. I know dear, but I mean, my late uncle left me an advice, and that is fear delegates.
so anything that you have to stand for election.
That I my class prophet grandma uncle Pebida. I don't want to be at the mercy of anybody. Who me more bona and after yan two abama na yan two na one no science to na debi. I who blind baby no. But of course, I mean, full support, full weight, except of course NPP is bringing a female candidate. Then, who said, they are more than but for now, and I'm calling on all women empowerment group, feminists. I mean, everybody that believes that the woman's place is not the kitchen. This is the time to prove it.
All right. So, I mean, looking at COVID-19 right now and how our leaders, still on politics, how our leaders are handling issues, what is your view on that?
I'm scared. As of now, my kids have not been to school because one, as a parent, there was no measure putting in place. If we really wanted the children to go back to school, we should have done testing for every student. I followed COVID right from January with my brother when it started in China. And I kept saying, Bagana, and every day I think God have some special mercy be so because social distancing we are not observing it. We are lying to ourselves. Social distancing no. Call East Legon ANC Banana Street and also baby on your registration you'll be sad and Kofu good kwine honor. There was nowhere and I was see a BSc and coach it is not safe. School for Angola, they are not safe. Teacher for the area, they go, they come, no measure, no.
In fact, some of the students are day students.
They are day students. I mean, as a teenager, how sure say or so we more running, and yet the area no, for the and unfortunately, young penny for the people, which is sad. But the way I corner say I don't know why changing chair was I really don't know. I really don't know. And I ain't even putting measures via my own channel internet so and I said because COVID no real. And you did dear grow. Show your minister Carlos Ahenkwa. A home minister of state. Yet what was isolation? What sorry sa wo kwaje mframa? Wa anye mframa wo kolebu mo chere. Uti bi sorry free kolebu. Kwaje mframa wo tema. Self isolation na se chere saying leadership by example. Ni enya mpanyimfo bi tiwo. Na obi tiwo sign and again why? Munim de why on. Munim. Na me papa no ha give me out and clear in a court. Supreme. I want to care best start no. Leadership by example. Do ye obi hasusia. Wo kwa wasa fa wo driver. Our test positive. Let's say Ariano, I go near Didi. Miminim Kofa, COVID Kuomo. And Ariano Didi is very, very serious. And Ghanaians should be very careful.
Now, Afia, you seem to be somebody with a lot of information. Well, you know how you do it, you know, because when there are issues, I'm surprised at the fast rate at which, like by the next day, in 2 days' time, you have a better update. You have the details of what is going on. You've turned yourself into a citizen vigilante, following Martin Amidu in Ghana. How do you get your information? How are you able to get all these?
I have a team that I work with, but no cry the infernal to channel. I have been able to build a brand, or in as much as Ghana for $7 they've also come to realize that they feel so so. And so I did say, if I open my inbox, you will run away. Me sorry on part 2 a.m. every day. Me reading me email at so by 3:30. Now me mo perform bompaye so by 5:45, 5:30. Then I go back to read my emails. And then most of the time you see that issue way it's worth paying attention to. And you know my number is out there. My personal number is on social media. So people call me. People send me voice notes. If you have me ministry way, this is what is going on. And minya time because most of it no niema e wo so obi kan e na Ghana ha no obi an kanti meka.
Do you take money?
No. No.
So you do stuff like that free of charge?
No. You see, some of us, it's just to uphold the good name of Ghana, as the pledge says. And every day, say about 3 or 4 outspoken people like me. And campaign for be best here. And I go to so many ministries to report them. Social media there. And I'm a citizen, not a spectator.
Afia, you have a lot of followers on social media. A lot of young girls look up to you. Now, there's been a lot of talk out there that, female celebrities on social media are giving the young people unnecessary pressure and all that. And you are also someone that a lot of the young girls are looking up to. If you use yourself as an example, do you think that you are giving these girls some hope? Do you think you are giving them something to look up to?
I'm one person that say it as it is every day on social media. I'm one person that, channel the reality of being a celebrity and being a normal person. I'm sitting here right now. My dress is by Diva Strain. My hair is by Cutie Pello. My watch is by Zara Man. My shoes is by Zara Man. Somebody is paying everything I have. If you want to compete with me, you are in trouble. People pay me to, and I'd say we make my account on social media, bread. People pay me to wear their clothes
and advertise.
And advertise for them. Why do you want to change your dress every day like me? And I tell them, most of the female celebrities on social media are prostitutes. They sleep from bed to bed, Monday to Saturday. Sunday, I tell them, if this is what you want to do, because you see, you are dating or you are married to a man whose salary is 5,000 Ghana. Yourself, you're making 3,000 Ghana. How on earth can you afford a Brazilian hair every month? The reality is, and that's why I've got so much following on social media, because I tell you as this, yes, because the last time I could fried rice, baby. It's the truth. Me call boss for us. Me call boss for us. No, they pay me to be there. They pay me to be there. And to some it's me didi me chile. Now so ko yes kaba. And me Afia every day. Me wa ane bibia de me call bonsam je mame no kore. Because you have to be. And social media there. Shirts, no, I say, let me go and share dress. Or yes, say, people come to my house to take pictures. Yeah, because some go for a picture, and go for some go for car a picture, and go for some go for car. So if really you are influenced by that, and not just a winning vision, as a young girl, and I tell the youth, you meditate me now. I was once 22. I've been 18 before. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's for you to build your future, build yourself, to be independent. There is nothing like an independent woman. What you want, you can afford where you go. you can afford anything. And trust me, when you can afford anything, you wouldn't need it.
So how?
So I wanted to ask quickly. So is there anything that Afia Schwarzeneger is scared of?
I'm scared of God and the Holy Spirit. I'm scared of losing the Holy Spirit in me because that is the only voice that keeps me in check. That is the only voice that keeps me focused. So really, yeah, I am very scared of the anger of God.
So have you ever had like a bad day, like okay, for instance, you took someone on and it didn't really go as planned, as you
took someone on
in your vigilante job, you know, sometimes it's on pastors, sometimes it's on politicians, sometimes
the
individuals.
pastors, they're more for, and the best keepers are more for. I mean, Kennedy is handling them, and I'm okay with that. Let him handle them. But for me, I mean, when you are telling somebody, you don't expect the person to take it normal. So there is not any day I would say it didn't go as expected. I wasn't expecting anything nice from you because what you are doing is not nice. People don't want to be, you kind of say, bro, what's next? Oh, Mona Marcus Kumova. People don't. Oh.
Like you want to correct people, want to reprimand or
reprimand. Reprimand. People hate to be reprimanded. And you know, and you are holding a public office for the love of God. But what the appointee taxi meka.
What can to quiet chain order? You took somebody on it for some wrong meat.
It's always what you bring. Send me to my goalkeeper. They are two machino. Now they my back. But you see, people are so they obey by a minimum to the fear kaya. And yet then a fear can or won't it? What happened? I'm gonna form petty. Fear doing it. It's a my ama. Many say me fan say you me when the say bad, you know. So but
before you go, just quickly, I mean, we know you as a comedian, and I personally love it when you mount a stage because you know she comes with anything and something. I mean, what you are not expecting, you know, she will just give it to you up there. How do you find Ghana comedy in the near future?
It will grow, but with time. You see. It's not been easy as a stand-up comedian in Ghana, especially a female as well. Obi Timika, get where I watch me. No. There's a huge difference between Obi Jimmy and Obi equity sense of humor. Obi Jimmy, I know. My boss, you got put in the car. See, can you be anyone Jimmy that? Who is kind of yes, you know. But comedy in Ghana. Generation we know they are kind of accepting it. Generation now you to you know I want to say who did microphone fell. Now the say a comedian, a Nigerian comedian will come and make fun of a politician in Ghana and we will all laugh, including that politician. Apart from me, any comedian should try it. It's because maybe I may be years now before any abubefu. But you see, Emma Elemitian, Uko Kanway with your waka, Uko Kanway with your waka, who is a comedian? A comedian is somebody who sells uncensored thoughts. But uncensored, you're poor children from
people might think that where we are coming from, it will take time for us to understand. Hold on, because you know that growing up and all these things, we don't even have the confidence, to say this. Maybe in Penet's time, it will change. It's beginning. So if you are out there speaking, boldly with vulgar.
We all love basket math. Every Ghanaian loves basket math because it's not a Ghanaian.
So you think the problem is we're not appreciating our
Ghanaians,
own?
we don't like anything that comes from Ghana. Nothing. We are Ghanaian. We are you are arrogant. If you are too confident, you are arrogant. If you are reserved, you are a coward. If you are relaxed, you are talentless.
If you're outspoken.
If you're outspoken, what before you Afia Schwarzeneger. We have problem for every solution as a country. And if you have some talent, now say you see your talent in outside Ghana, because when I go do stand-up comedy outside Ghana, South Africa per se, they love me to bits. I make money from South Africa, probably 80%.
You know, talking about money, we don't know what is in your account. But when we look at you, you look rich. Is it from comedy, or you have other businesses? We know about the radio.
Okay.
But that is also something that you've achieved. You know, you have put your money in that. All that money, where did it come from?
Okay, so comedy, media.
Comedy,
I will say comedy. I dynamic team no. Or say comedy despite. Doctor say comedy despite. It was a poaching fee. Okay. You see, people always think say you made you Kasapa. No. I was poached from Happy FM to Kasapa. When I got to Kasapa, 4 months poaching started, and it was 3 radio stations. And you know, when 3 radio stations are seeking for your head, it gives you bargaining power.
Leverage, yeah.
And then at the end of the day, me papa say Kwame despite on the mom sika, and sika no the mom, no the mom and the tofi. I invested the money. I invested the money in Unibank. You can find out. 2015, 2016, I bought a treasury bill. And the sika no me money di banaso. Ne sika kesia. At least musume sokra menya sokra no between 35,000 plus every month. And to be this kind of tour for almost 2 years. And I'm told me fee, you know. All poaching, you know, on one talk car no man. Because na Kasapa for my Jaguar. So I requested a car of that
same class.
Same class. And then they gave me the S6. And me salary in kakra me juma be me MC weddings a year ni ade enu achi no me was small trouble I near restaurant trouble na me radio kakra what I say and na me advertising agency you try advert man crofo even if you don't want to use my brand or when you bring it
company.
We build a concept and shoot an advert for you until that's how see na me gusu won pai bom se nyame bedom me na sugar daddy me mpe salt na me mpe meko kakra won ho I say we kind of pan and crown so me ho mon kan share no because Martin same bebre me the bout em one
yes
mon kan share no say me chia no me so we kind
will you marry again?
Never.
Why
No, I can't even date too.
Your first marriage wasn't bad. It was you lost.
I can't even date.
Why?
That's how I think for now.
Right. It was just one experience.
Oh, me. I met a nice guy recently. The minute you say I love you, I'm fine to call you.
So you're not dating anybody?
No.
Because you don't believe in the concept of love?
Yeah, Simo. I don't even believe in anything. One, you see, I don't believe in sleeping with somebody. No, go change.
No, so go change.
And then I may dream the home first. Me protecting, but my mother said something. My mom said she really wants to believe that I am. When it comes to relationship, I've been destroyed, and I think it's true because, listen, for me now, dear. It's all about hit and run. I'm serious. For me now, I don't need a relationship. No.
Okay, let me ask you. Let me ask you one final question before we release you. You know, the day Abrokwa came, you know, with the acid, and you kneeling and talking to him.
I wasn't kneeling.
Well, I mean, whatever happened, I mean, it's been quite a while. Yeah. So you moving around and all that. At that point, how did you feel? What was going through your mind?
I was scared. I was scared because I thought you had acid. I was also scared because I wasn't going to lose my life for an idiot like that. Looking at how young my daughter is. And I was also scared because my house is very secured. So as at that time, I was really confused. My house help was outside, my PA was outside. Were your
children, the boys home?
No, my boys were not even in Ghana. Okay. But it was like, what has happened? But Pena was in the house. Pena was in her room, asleep. So yes, that moment, and I need to tell you this, it was petrifying, terrifying than what you people saw on camera, because I think the video was about, I can't remember, 8 or 6 minutes. The whole incident was about 2 hours. So Abrakwa was chased out of my neighborhood by my neighbors with cutlass.
They came to your house?
So he marched me outside.
Naked?
Naked.
Outside, as in your compound or outside the house?
Streets. And if you don't know jubilating there, I was like, oh, Mom, I'm a show. Show by main road. Now we are doing.
So what happened on the streets, and then? So you were screaming?
My house help was so this is what happened. The night before the incident, 29th of August, I was working at Angel TV. I had then met Blankets for like a week. And we've not done it.
The man.
Yeah. Okay. We've not done it, like we met and spoke, and my manager and my brother, because after that time Aboko had left the house for like 2 months, but he was throwing threats here and there, and my brothers were like, so 29th, when I went to work, I got sick. They took me to La Paz community. Whilst I was there, I called the gentleman, and he told me he's at work, but I'll come and visit you. So when he came, I told him I have a meeting tomorrow, which was the 30th. But they don't. They want to keep me in the hospital until family drowning. And I said, how am I going to do that? And I said, just tell them, say Wow.
So you actually...
I mean, that's my hospital. They know me. I'll come and handle them. And so that's how we left
the hospital.
Now, when I go home, I told my house help, I have a security alarm system in my house. That's why I made my code now. But when I go home, I told them, say, Nyamichi, I don't know. Me when I'm memory. Ebi ana wo kopra no pa. Na ho akoka light no ntino. Me code ni nie. They. Me try na say me die ya no be we no. Because when he went to the police, according to a broker statement, he had been in my house like 2 hours before I woke up.
Wow.
So your house help was the one who
opened the main entrance, opened the door, opened the gate, opened the door, and allowed him in. But it's all for the good.
So
because if that had not happened, somebody that sat down and say, "I will leak your naked video," is on YouTube.
So where's Blanket now?
He's there.
Are you guys still together?
No.
Why?
The way he said no, I don't believe it.
No, then why?
Because he loves me so much, I'm scared of him.
Is he single?
Who?
Blanket.
Why do you want him?
I'm interested. Is he single?
Yes.
He is.
I think so.
Is he a married man?
No.
Okay, so he's single.
No.
So why won't you marry him?
No.
Or you are thinking about it?
I'm not even thinking.
You're running away from it.
I'm not running. It's just Oprah Winfrey is not married. She's not dead. She's busy that old man and the rest of them.
Oh wow. Anyway, so
how would you describe yourself? Would you say that you're a very strong person? I mean, who are you?
Afia is a God-fearing, crazy, bubbly woman who loves to live. It's all about living, you know. We are not promised tomorrow. Life is... I used to think life was short, but looking at things that is happening right now, life is really short. So live. Stop thinking about what people will say. People are saying it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Upside Down Show. Afia, thank you very much, for passing through.
Yeah.
And I think that it's been quite interesting,
Very.
getting to know so much more about the Afia Schwarzeneger that we all know. This has been the Upside Down Show. Thank you also very much for being our guest. My name is Frema Dinami.
And my name is Asuka. I'm going to catch you same time next week. Stay safe.